Hello and welcome to this week's episode of
Honestly, Smartless.
I'm Chelsea Toronto.
And I'm Dr. Lindsay.
Did I say it wrong?
No, that was right. You said your name. Good job. Let's start off with a cuddly critter. Just fun to start off with something cute. A few weeks ago, there was this horse named Lucky in California. He's a 1,200-pound mare. I don't really know what that means, but he's a male horse. And he was just out in the pasture minding his own business. And all of a sudden, he sunk into a sinkhole
Oh no.
up to his neck.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I know.
That's terrible.
They had to call the fire department. It took 50 people to get him out of there.
50 is a fuck ton of people.
He made it out of there without any major injuries, just trauma.
What kind of trauma?
Like mental trauma that the ground's going to fall out from underneath you at any moment in time.
Welcome to being a human.
Yes.
I heard a critter story in Montrose. Herders were bringing their cows down from the mountain for the season, and half of their herd were missing.
No.
And a pair is worth $3,000.
Wow.
So there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of baby calves missing from Montrose.
Were they stolen or did they get lost?
They don't know. They've asked people to please report any suspicious trailer activities. I was so excited to be able to contribute to today's Cozy Critter. That is the end of my story.
The end. Okay. What are you buying?
The truth is, I am paralyzed when it comes to buying stuff for Christmas.
Really?
I can't pull the trigger.
As in, you don't know what to buy.
I'm not doing it. And every minute that ticks by, I am missing the opportunity.
You really have to order.
I know. I was hoping
Now?
we could cut today's recording short so you can help me shop.
Okay.
The only person I really care about is Ken.
Yeah.
We're going to be together 3 nights.
So you need an activity.
I need multiple activities.
Well, one night is dinner.
23rd and the 24th and the 25th.
Okay, we'll get you some games. I know you want to get something customized with his dogs on it, so we definitely need to order that today.
Maybe that's the only thing I need to do.
Mhm.
Maybe we just get 2 adults and 2 large dogs, have match outfits. Even that I wasn't able to tell. And like this size of the hole is not big enough to account for the dog. He's one of those dudes. Buying for them is difficult because they have whatever they want and they buy top notch.
Right.
And you can't compete with that.
It's very intimidating because you don't want to buy anything low quality. Whatever you get, he will like it because it really is the thought that counts, but it is kind of intimidating.
Right.
I mean, don't even like trek into clothing of any kind.
No.
A cashmere sock I think would be good.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't listen. Spoiler alert. You're just getting cashmere socks.
Yeah.
Maybe if he likes scotch, like
And
a good one.
then I don't really know what a good one is. Someone at the liquor store would know.
Yeah. I reached out to Hannah and asked, hey, what does your dad like?
Oh, that's a good call. You know what I want to buy is the Skims by North Face ski collection.
I know.
Oh, it's so sick. Oh my God. I'm obsessed.
I think it makes the body look as silly.
Because you're poofy on top and little on the bottom.
You
Or
look like a snow person.
like an abominable snowman?
Yeah, but lady.
Oh, I thought it was so cute. I would never ski in it. It would just be for lounging around and everyday wear.
Wait, are we talking about like the Skims underlining? Or are we talking about the actual snowsuit from North Face?
The whole snowsuit.
When on earth are you wearing that just to like kick it around?
Well, I just want the jacket, honestly, like the tan jacket or the brown jacket.
Isn't it a one piece?
No, it's a puffer jacket.
I thought it was a onesie.
Oh, they have a onesie as well.
And that one scared me.
That one was fine. What's wrong with that onesie?
You can't put your arms down.
So fitted.
It's maybe too fitted.
I think so.
I would buy it. I would get the Skims. Maybe that's what I need to buy.
The onesie undersuit. I don't really want a onesie
No.
under. Oh my God, going to the bathroom? I have to take off my whole outfit?
She's clearly not skiing.
No, she's not skiing.
People are clamoring detour for Kim Kardashian to help Luigi. You're a lawyer? Help him. That's what they're saying. They
Help him.
demand justice for Luigi.
They were also saying with the Skims by North Face collection that the neutral colors are really dangerous. When you're skiing on the mountain, you want to be in bright colors. So if something happens, Ski Patrol can find you. There were people up in arms in the comments. Like, if you actually want to be safe, you need to make it in red and blue and ugly colors.
Jeez Louise, with you. I'd love to see it if it got stars and if it was.
Let's talk about 2025 goals and resolutions, because last week you asked me and I had nothing. I had no thoughts. So thank you for giving me a week to think about it.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to say my first resolution for 2025 is want to get back into journaling.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I used to journal all the time, and 2024 rolled around, and I was like, fuck this notebook shit. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh, what's the point? I don't have anything to work for, so I'm not going to journal.
Jesus Christ.
I know. So then I kind of went like off the deep end of like not working, even lackluster, and it's catching up to me now. So I think if I journal in the morning and remember, thank God I have a job,
There you go.
that
And you're not sleeping with my roommate.
I'm not sleeping with your roommate.
Lindsay was kind of having a meltdown today, and I was like, okay, yes, I hear you, and your feelings are valid. Let's back this up. You have a job, and that's good because they're hard to come by right now. And I'm sorry, it's one you don't care for. And I was like, well, would you rather, because that is always a very successful game, would you rather have your job that you don't love, or would you rather sleep with my ex?
I said, I would rather work at my job all day, every day.
And she fell right back in love like that.
Yep.
And she was like, oh,
I love it here.
see, just a little perspective.
That also is part of my resolution. You know, this whole entire year, I've been looking for a job, and clearly that's not working. So my resolution is I just stay at my job.
There you go.
I'll put in the effort because honestly, it's just a holding point until we make money off the podcast.
There you go.
I'm not going to put any more effort into finding a new job. If something happens to land in my lap, that's cool, but I'll just put that energy towards podcasting.
I love that for us.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My resolution is rather than focusing on the things I want, I'm going to focus on the person that I want to be.
God damn it.
Last night I rewrote that 18 times. I knew exactly what I was doing when I wrote that. Here is why. I just watched The Holiday with Cameron Diaz, Jack Black, Kate Winslet, and
Jude Law.
It's a timeless classic. Ish. It's funny. I used to think that I wanted to be like Cameron Diaz, Jude Law.
Of course. Two hot people.
I don't really want that anymore. Kate Winslet's live in LA, which is like a $5 million home. She kicks it with this old dude who's got an Academy Award. Jack Black seems talented and nice, Jewish. I was like, that's where I want to be. Cameron Diaz's character, she's that boss babe that has that $1 million Malibu home who gets up and journals. Her job is to make movie trailers. I like to think about my life as movie trailers. I always want to be the person that goes on vacation and works out. I also want to be that person in my everyday life. Yesterday, 2 women that I admire told me about some serious adversity that they had to handle. And the way in which they were describing it, it was such grace. No one complained. They were, this is what it is. I want to evolve my personality
into being someone who can take adversity with grace.
Yes, along with being a better listener and evolving my AI.
Yeah. Welcome to AI. It's great. When you really listen, you have little nuggets locked up in your brain that you don't even know that you have until it circles back around.
There's listening, but then there's also the way in which you handle a situation. But I think about spending time with others, and would I be embarrassed if there were somebody here with me right now? Like the body double thing.
If someone was watching you,
say you have a love interest and they're like there. Would you be embarrassed if your room is messy? Or, are you embarrassed the way you keep your car? Like the Truman Show. Would you be that boss babe?
I see. How you do one thing is how you do everything. I think you've been working on listening.
Not only listening, but I get up at 7. Like a productive human.
Right.
That I would be proud if somebody happened to call me or came over.
Stumble into your bedroom at 7:30, be like, I'm already awake.
Yeah.
I'm just chilling.
Right.
Ready for the day.
Yeah, I guess I want to be less of a bum. I don't want to be a loser anymore.
And I'm trying to be more of a bum. I want to start my day at 10 a.m.
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. Or
you can still be awake and not get out of bed until 10. That's where I live.
I have more flexibility in my schedule. That's really what has been crushing my soul.
You have 3 days.
What do you mean?
You have like 2 days you don't have to get to work until noon.
I know.
But that's more than the average human.
Fair. I want 2 days where I don't have to go to work till noon and also not work on a Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would make you work 15 hours a day on the 2 days that you are there.
That's fine.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not really.
I'd rather work 15 hours for 2 days than like 6 hours for 5 days. Mhm.
Ew, totally.
I don't think my boss is gonna go for that at the moment, but
You don't need to tell them straight up.
no.
I would just like
I'm just gonna start
schedule
scheduling
thing out
people.
later and
Later,
earlier.
yeah, exactly. I'm like later and earlier. You're gonna succumb to my schedule.
For sure. My
Mhm.
roommate had to go into the office 2 days in a row at 8.
Oh,
He's like,
was he dying?
ew, this isn't fun. Who are these poor people that have to do it 5 days a week? I was like, uh-huh.
Did I tell you that I had a job interview?
No.
Yeah, I had a job interview last week.
Hello? What the fuck?
I swear to God, I told you.
You didn't.
Okay, well, I had a job interview last week as a operations manager for the dental office.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't tell me. Because I hate this. Talk about soul crushing. Fuck.
I know.
What were you thinking?
I was just thinking it was a way out of my job, but then as we're going through the interview, I was like, this is not the job for me. I know. Then I definitely have to go to the office every day.
At 8.
I know. At 8.
There's no windows.
I know.
There's no walking around.
I know.
Oh my gosh, it's just people's mouths,
Yeah.
which is gross.
I know. Well, I would be by their mouths.
Yeah, but the whole business is about their mouth.
Nom, nom, nom. We like yapping.
I like our mouths, but I don't like anybody else's. Unless.
So yeah, like while the interview is going on,
I'm glad you
feel
didn't tell
like-
me because you knew I didn't like
yeah,
this.
I know you didn't like it. I swear to God, I said at an interview.
No, I don't think I knew that the interview took place. I hated it, so I wanted to block it out because I couldn't think of a worse situation. At
Well-
least the other one, you could like bebop, walk. You could go into the sauna and play pickleball. I'm sorry. In what universe does this sound like the world's worst job?
I don't know. I was just struggling today. I was just in my head.
That's all right.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh.
really don't like people telling me what to do, and when they tell me
Oh.
that, I'm like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm not meant to be an employee, but you know, I can do it. I can handle it.
I know you would have flown the coop by now.
I would have. But I'm going to come to the fact that I will put the effort into the job I have now, and then the rest of my energy goes into podcasting.
There we go.
So that's my big resolution.
Yeah, you can still work out for like an hour.
I know.
I can
Work
come
out.
by.
I can pickleball.
I know. These
Uh-huh.
are some positive things.
I can go across the street to the market if I wanted fresh food.
Because food's a motivator
If I-
for you.
Well, if I just wanted fresh air.
Yard time.
Or a
Dude,
cookie.
this is so random, but I was watching, since I haven't implemented my New Year's resolution, I was watching the original Superman 1978 with Christopher Reeves.
Oh, wow.
So baby Superman comes from galaxies far away,
Mhm.
and he is delivered via I don't know,
Is he in an egg?
yeah, like a meteorite that
Okay.
like crashes into just in the farmlands of Smallville, wherever that is.
Mhm.
Elderly couple's like, oh my god, there's a baby. Well, the baby's coming out of the meteorite. He doesn't have a loincloth on. I saw baby penis. I was like, ooh, the censor police missed one.
oh, someone forgot to cut that
Oh
out.
my gosh. I was like, his little peep was right there.
Oh.
There was nothing. I was like, oh my God. And I looked.
Did you pause it?
No, I'm not Diddy.
Okay, let me tell you my other resolution
Oh,
for
yeah.
the year. Okay, I really want to get up to like a 3.5, 4.0 rating in pickleball. Take my
Mhm.
game more seriously, and I better win a fucking tournament in 2025.
Do you have to be so angry about it?
Yeah, because I'm competitive and I like get really mad when I don't win. Austin better step it up. So, keeping my competitive edge.
Yeah, I don't think you need to get angry. I think you need to be
That's
a better.
not angry. That's just competitive.
I think you just need to be a better player.
yeah, exactly. Well, I guess I have to be at work more and practice more while I'm there.
You're entitled to be challenged. And
Yeah.
you listen to me complain about everything all the time.
I know.
Your feelings are valid.
Thanks.
You could be sleeping with my ex. Let me tell you about I lost my cousin
Mm-hmm.
to suicide.
Mm-hmm.
It's very sad. I talked to my aunt yesterday, and this woman, her grace and the way in which she was able to speak about it matter-of-factly, and you could cry about it. That's not the thing, but the way in which she was speaking. She said, I'm enough of a Buddhist that I can witness this. And I don't know if she was in shock, but she accepted what was and didn't necessarily make it about her. I was in awe of how she could experience something so tragic. My cousin has a 5-year-old little boy. Today he is he plays Santa Claus in the Christmas play. Ay, ay, ay.
Ay, ay, ay.
And one thing she said, she's sitting on the couch and just holding space. And I think it's going to bring us together. Then I talked to my coworker. She said last night at work was so dramatic. Now, if I said that, it could mean anything. She said a elderly man fainted and passed out on the floor.
That is dramatic.
Yeah, I know. She said I'm kneeling on the floor with his head in my hands and he's looking past her. She's like, Chelsea, I swear to God, I was ushering him through.
My God.
Right. So his elderly wife is just watching her call 911. Our customers are so entitled. They don't even call their own 911. So then beside her is a little girl. In the next table over, there's a little girl who's crying.
Oh.
They're waiting for the paramedics to come.
Oh, wow.
Olivia says to Lindsay, get the kid out of here. Olivia is directing, cool as a cucumber, and just handling it like a boss. Olivia, what are you going to do?
Wow. I would not handle that well.
It's like, you just got to hold space. So twice these ladies talk about holding space. What's the chances?
What does that mean exactly
I don't know.
when they're saying,
I don't know.
I'm holding space?
I don't know. I had no idea. I was in awe of this, you say kid, quote unquote. She's got 20 years less than me, and she handled it like a fucking champ. That's the kind of person I want to be. She's just funny and laughs it off.
Calm, cool, and collected.
I was like, you did a good job, because she was the only one in charge.
Right. It's almost like saying to someone, oh my God, he must be so stressed out.
Meeting someone where they are and communicating in the way in which they hope to receive. I have to be better on that. But also, could I handle those stressors as well as they did? And I said, the only reason I'm disappointed I wasn't there is because I would have loved to have known how I would have handled that situation. Because I too am competitive as fuck. I would have bronze statued if I had been there. They would have been like, Chelsea's going to save the day.
Because you would have been holding space for...
I don't actually know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Being present or accepting what is.
Art of nothing's happening, but I don't know what the fuck it means. ChatGPT. Jesus, I don't know. If I knew, I'd be doing it and I'd be a better person. She had to call 911. This is at 7 o'clock. She's like, it wasn't just that, but then we had to go back to waiting tables.
Of course. Let everyone look away. Nothing happened. He's fine. He's alive. Okay. If you're going to say that you're holding space, focusing on the person fully, listening without judgment, resist the urge to fix it, and respect their journey.
I listened to my aunt yesterday. I was so grateful she called me because the circumstances have been really stressful and tragic. So it meant a lot to me that she reached out. Time is like of the essence right now. I sat there and I listened. I didn't interrupt. I let this woman go. I didn't ask her to further explain about this or that, and Chelsea just let her speak, right? And she's talking to so many people, and I find myself wondering, where will she take herself in this conversation if no one's there to nudge her in a different direction? The first thing I said was, I'm calling to tell you how much I love my cousin.
Oh.
And I love you. And that's it. Because, and I made a point of not using the past tense. I also told her, because that side of the family doesn't get along, I said, whatever you tell me here will not leave this phone call. Without saying anything, I could feel her take a breath, because my mom stresses me out too.
I know. And
this is not the time for that poor lady to have to deal with anything, even though my mom found a way to insert herself. So you keep going. That is so on brand for my mother. I was so grateful. The Holy Spirit came through me and I was able to handle this situation the right way. And so for that, I was like, I'm a baddie.
Like, I'm a perfect person right now.
I am a perfect person. Occasionally I do things right.
So that's your only resolution for 2025?
Is what?
Is to holding space and meeting people where they're at.
Yeah, I'm going to hold space.
Space for 2025.
I don't know what I'm holding space for.
Words of the year, holding space.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you know how Santa does a naughty, nice list? Olivia listed my flaws for me.
What'd she say?
Don't you worry, because I did yours.
Okay.
The way in which she described it was flaws, but not flaws.
Okay.
One, I'm very assertive, almost to the point of mean.
Well, yeah, that's you in work mode.
And Pino said to Olivia, yeah, but that's why I like her, because she's good at her job. Okay, the second is, I'm messy at home, but I'm organized at work.
How does she know you're messy at home?
Well, I must have shown her a picture, and she came to my house once, and it was untidy. And then she said, you're attached to Doug.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And a flaw.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's a flaw.
What? Like, why a flaw? I could see how she's saying it's a flaw because
Mm.
I don't know what she knows about your situation.
Maybe not enough.
Yeah.
I found that it was interesting that someone had the courage to sit there and she was like, I don't want to do this. And I said, no, this is very helpful.
How did this game come up?
We FaceTimed last night.
Oh, I see.
To tell me what was happening.
Mhm.
I was like, you need space in which someone could just listen to you process after a very long day
Yeah.
of the paramedics coming. Somebody was screaming, call the hospital because you're close to the hospital. And she's like, I'm just trying to do my best here.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit in the dining room or in the bar for happy hour? Then somebody yelled at the little kid at the front.
Oh man.
I was like, what is happening? Okay, so for Lindsay, your flaw, not flaw, you fall out of professionally, career-wise,
Mhm.
you fall out of love very quickly.
Very quickly.
And you pivot faster. So the fact that you can't pivot right now is killing your soul.
it's killing my soul.
Okay, I love this about you. You have a bit of an eating disorder, but you acknowledge it and make it funny.
Shame in my eating disorder game.
I love it. You know, when you acknowledge something, you take the power away.
We were out to dinner the other night. This is kind of awkward because everyone's talking about like, oh my, our friend is like, I want to get my boobs reduced. Yeah, I'll take that and like stick it in my ass so I actually have one. She's like, no, I want your body. I'm like, oh my God, I'm like embarrassed.
You should be.
Yeah. It's just
You should be. No, your body is shameful. You're disgusting.
disgusting human being.
That's what I mean. I don't know what the right thing to say is to somebody who struggles. If we were a real podcast, we'd link some like
we would do like a mental health moment and we'd be like, okay, so these are some tools in your toolbox you can use.
reach out if you need a health professional. Just
Reach out if you feel like you are a fragile specimen and you could use more food in your life, but you don't want to.
Because you don't want to. We want to normalize. It's okay if you have one. That's cool too.
Yeah, it's fine.
It is fine.
Life goes on.
Just don't hurt yourself to the point where you die. Like that's where we draw the line.
No dying. I'm not dead yet.
Yeah. Number 3, you have, this is your third flaw, not flaw. You've mastered the art of being the bitch princess.
What does that mean?
No, and I don't want to. That's what that
Like,
means.
I don't want to.
I don't want to. Like I said, flaw, not flaw.
It works for me.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
learning to implement it in my life. I'm holding space for learning how to be a bitch princess. Women, heads up. That shit works like a motherfucker.
Mhm.
When I flipped the script 7 years ago and I was sad and I was like, why doesn't my ex love me anymore? I make dinner and I clean. He didn't give a shit. You drink my last Celsius. Make sure DoorDash delivers one of those to my work. Sure shit he did. That's
Uh-huh.
weird.
I'm like, I'm not doing the dishes. I cooked.
Oh, that's not
No.
that crazy.
No, that's not. But like people think that's wild. When I tell people I don't do chores, they're like, what? No, I don't do chores. That's not my job. They're like, what? Yeah, that's not my job.
What's your job?
I make dinner.
And that's it.
Yep. I'm there to look at. Look at me. You
I'm
want-
skinny.
I'm skinny. I'll have sex whenever you want.
Open my mouth. What do you have to say about that?
We'll circle back to that later.
Okay. This wasn't as holiday ho 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 hilarious as I wanted it to be, but I just want to acknowledge and hold space for
I'm holding so much space for this episode.
well, you're not because you're tiny and you have an eating disorder. I'm the one holding all the space because of my fat ass over here. I think about those douche fucking yoga instructors.
Oh.
They use those words. Mat to mat packed studio, and everyone's like, "I'm holding space." You're a douchebag, and your cult leader is that
It's like in Wicked
popular.
when they're holding space. Wait, this is the note. How's it go? You're popular.
Our poor listeners, sorry,
When I hurt your ears.
do
Wait,
it.
How's the note? It's like,
Oh God.
I don't know. I don't even know what the song is. All I've heard on the internet is people making a screechy noise. Fun fact about me, I don't know a single song from Wicked.
Crazy.
It seems to be crazy. I feel like I'm the only one who hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it. I don't know any of the songs.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the popular song, but that's because Instagram wants me to know that. And there have been 3 renditions of it.
Oh,
This is not the first time Wicked's been redone.
fun fact.
I really don't care.
Me either.
What do we care?
We're going to cancel because we don't like Wicked.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
We're not holding space.
We're not holding space for Wicked.
Hey, I just want to say real quick, you know how you said don't continue to hang out with Dave Portnoy? Because what's the end game here? And this person isn't fully functioning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's almost cruel to keep kicking this down the road. Remember when you said that?
Uh-huh.
You were right.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. I didn't see that one coming.
Oh, no.
Huh. Thank you for putting that on the record.
Yeah.
Why am I right? Well, this is the thing. I met Dave Portnoy We all hung out, me and Austin and you two. We had a good old time. But then it was too much social interaction for him for a day.
I can appreciate that.
But then he goes underwater for weeks at a
He
time.
did not go underwater at all. In fact, he honored plans for the following day. He was very hospitable, nurturing,
Mhm.
and has stayed present the whole time.
Mhm.
Maybe if I just care less and then just keep moving on along.
what I've
Lindsay's
been saying.
disappointed with some of the choices I made, but I don't think you should be.
Talk about that next time. Okay. Make sure you share this episode with your besties. Hold a lot of space for them to listen.
I didn't mean that to be the theme. It was just that two ladies who had to do really hard shit.
It's just such like a nonsense.
I know,
two
but they
words.
said it, and I was like, well, they did
No.
hard things well.
They did do hard things
And I was
well.
like, well, maybe I could be more like them. I know. I mean, like, we're the ones making fun of them.
2025 resolution.
We're the ones making fun of them, and
I
they did
know.
really hard shit.
I know. I'm over here doing nothing. Like if someone was dying, I would look the other way. I'm like, don't call me in.
Yeah, right.
Okay, make sure you share this episode with your bestie. Give us 5 stars wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, blah, blah, blah. And follow at Honestly Smartless on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.